If you're looking for a trusted and reliable source of news and information, check out my friends over at patriotpost.us. A link for them will be in the description box. So when you head over there and subscribe, tell them that ABL sent you. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about liberal Democrats on Twitter, on television, everywhere, who are upset that the upcoming Democratic presidential debate, which is going to be in LA on December the 19th, they're mad that this debate will feature all white faces. At least that's what it seems like for now. Now, there's a whole lot to get through, a whole lot of quote unquote unpack here, as the cool kids would say. But let's start from the very beginning. Let's talk about why this debate will be looking like the way it looks, and let's talk about why this is a topic right now today. Now, as we all know, Kamala Harris dropped out. She's like, look, I'm not a billionaire. I can't fund my own campaign, all this, that, and the third, which is a cheap cop-out, really, because like I said in the previous video, Bernie Sanders, not a billionaire, not a poor guy, but not a billionaire. Pocahontas, same thing. Buttigieg, same thing. Klobuchar, same thing. So there's no excuse there from the financial point of view. People just aren't donating to her campaign the way they should because she's not a good candidate. You don't have that it factor. You're like a DMV worker. Nothing against DMV workers, but, you know, in order for you to become the president, you got to have a little bit more oomph to your personality, a little bit more that you come to the table with. You can't just be a person talking about, I'm black, even though I'm not. Vote for me. That's not really how that works. But for now, I digress. So the whole thing was Kamala Harris not being in the race anymore. Then everybody realized, hey, the debate's coming up on the 19th of December, just in a few days here, man, about 2 weeks or more. And there's going to be no quote unquote people of color on stage. The candidates who are going to be on stage are Tom Steyer for some reason. Well, I know he got money, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Amy Klobuchar, for some reason, I don't know why she's there. She doesn't have any money, but we'll move on. Steyer, Klobuchar, Buttigieg, of course, Bernie Sanders, Pocahontas, and then who else? There's one more person. Oh, of course, my main man, creepy, sleepy, freaky Joe Biden. He's going to be on stage as well, of course. He's a front runner, or could be the front runner, depending upon who you ask, depending upon where he is. Now, the qualifications to be in the December debate are as follows. You must be in the top 4% in 4 polls approved by the DNC, or the top 6 in 2 of the early voting states, you know, your Iowas, New Hampshires, or whatever. And you got to have at least 200,000 individual donors. Now, I don't know how Tom Steyer got that many individual donors. I mean, he has plenty of money, but who is on the Tom Steyer train to have 200,000 people donate to him, like individual people, not just the equivalent of that many people financially, just from a strict dollar amount? You got to have 200,000 people donate to your particular thing or companies or whatever it is. You got to have that many donors. Now, Cory Booker is still in the race. Tulsi Gabbard is still in the race. Andrew Yang is still in the race. And you also have Deval Patrick. He just got into the race recently. So you have, quote unquote, people of color in the race. The problem is that they're not really polling very high, or they don't have enough donors, or both. In the case of Cory Booker, he has the polling numbers on point, but not enough donors. So people like Al Sharpton and other people talking about, well, you know, we're 3.5 years past the first black president, not a black candidate on stage. I wonder why. And then somebody else on Twitter said, you know, there's only white faces on stage. White supremacy is not just at Fox News, guys. It's like, really? White supremacy? Because you in the Democratic Party did not support your own candidates that you want to see on stage? Because at the end of the day, you can't blame us on the right. You can't say, you can't put it on us. Don't even mention Fox News. That's not our fault. It's your fault. You want to have certain people on stage. You got to put your money where your mouth is. Kamala Harris says, hey, I'm running out of money. So where are all the liberal Democrats out there to support Kamala Harris's campaign? People like Stephen King. I'm sure he's a millionaire many times over. I saw him before talking about, oh, Kamala's going to be the president, this, that, and the third. Well, why don't you rally up your Hollywood buddies and contribute to her campaign so she's able to still stay in the running? Why don't you go out there and stunt for her on the campaign trail? How about that? Same thing with Cory Booker and Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang and everybody else. Deval Patrick, whoever you want. Okay? It's your fault that the candidates have lined up to be what they are. And it's hilarious to me because the true front runners, in my humble opinion, are old white men and one old white woman. You got Pocahontas, Bernie Sanders, and Joe Biden. Now, Buttigieg is up there, but I think he might not have a chance, really. He's not polling well with black voters, and we know how much the Democratic Party relies upon the black vote. If you can't get the black vote, and then don't let them come out there and start protesting them, that's going to be a bad look for you. So, yes, he is doing well in certain polls. I think he's like at number 1 in Iowa. But once you actually get into the final stretch, the last leg, he might not really be able to make it. I could be wrong. You might look back a year from now and then see that he was actually the top guy. But hey, I think that I'm pretty much on point here. The top 3 people are old white men and old white women, and probably it's going to be between the 2 old white men. You know, older than Trump. Trump was old enough. You know, he's not a spring chicken anymore. But these guys, 77, 78, one just had a heart attack. I mean, what are we doing? But hey, that's a Democratic Party for you nowadays in 2019. And talk about all this inclusion and being open and being tolerant. But when you get down to the core, to the nitty gritty, you got 2 old white men leading the charge. That is hilarious to me. People are triggered. People are butthurt. People are upset. But I don't feel any kind of way sympathetic towards them. I'm filled with glee because I predicted this would happen. This is pretty much what they do. You know, they say one thing and do something totally different. Now, as I close, I want to say this. What are you guys going to do going forward in the Democratic Party? Those that have aligned yourself with this particular movement. You know, I'm seeing people on Twitter and other places talking about, I'm leaving the Democratic Party. I'm going independent. Okay, you can vote independent. That's fine. But who are you going to vote for? And quite frankly, if you're not going to vote for a conservative, any vote that you don't cast for the Democrats is a vote for us on the right. Matter of fact, just switch to the right and vote conservative. You know, just vote for Donald Trump. But if you're not going to vote for Trump and you're not going to vote for a guy like, I don't know, Bill Weld or something, a guy that wants to primary Donald Trump with no avail. If you're not going to vote for either one of them and you vote for some random independent person that's more on the left, then you just voted for us anyway. So either you're going to just stick to your party and vote that way, or you're going to come over here and vote with us. And you're welcome. Come on. Hey, come on, come on. Walk away from the Democratic Party. What better time to do it than right now? You got all the reasons in the world. They don't have people that you want to be on stage. They're crazy. They're far left. They want to tax everything, tax and spend $40 trillion, billion, $100 million, trillion on healthcare. You know that they can't pay for it. Come on over right now. What better time than right now to make the switch? What do you have to lose? I can't really see much on the Democratic side of things. It's like a big, gigantic sinking ship, like the Titanic. And every day it just goes further and further into the water. Hop off of the sinking boat. Come on out to our side. We got life rafts. We got ski boats, whatever you need to get to safety. We'll bring you on board. Vote with us, and we can lead you to the promised land. You go from sinking into the water into coming into a party that is advancing our way forward. Okay, rocket ships to wherever you want to go. That's pretty much how it's looking like over here. Make the switch right now. If you don't, that's fine. But hey, don't complain about the candidates on stage being all white. Don't complain about that because this is the party that you're part of. So either you're going to ride with them or you're not going to ride with them. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that the Democratic Party will be able to fix what's happening right now with the all white candidates on stage? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or is it not fixable? This is the Democratic Party. And anybody that's crying and complaining, hey, it's your fault. You could have supported Kamala Harris's campaign. You could support Cory Booker's campaign. You could support Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang with your financial resources, but you didn't. How about in the polls? Why is Kamala Harris polling so low? Joe Biden has like 40% of the black vote, and well, I think it was South Carolina poll. Why not give that to Kamala Harris if she is quote unquote black? Well, I'll give it to the old white man. Yeah, I mean, what's really going on? It's your fault, not ours on the right. Blame yourself. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.